7 for Yarnell, or on the internet, www.yarnellart.com.
Put words to this. You can leave if you put words to this, so that when you're gone, we can remember what you said. And for instance, with the one-stroke leaf, if you listen to this, let's pick up this paint here. You notice how much paint I'm using, tons and tons of paint.
And you're blending it. You're not wasting your paint.
Push, turn, lift. See that?
Oh, yes.
Now look, push, turn,
and lift.
Now what you're doing is you're turning that green edge to the tip, whichever way you have the brush. I'm going to turn the green towards the tip and then slide. And then you pull your stem in there. And then what we're going to do for lefties, I want you to look at this. For people that are right-handed, it's easier to do a leaf this way, okay? Somebody wrote in and asked this earlier today. And so we're doing our stroke out this way, so we can turn our piece until it's comfortable with it out that way. Now, if you're if you're lefty, what's going to happen is that you need to turn your piece, if you can, as long as it's not the wall, and then you're wiggling this towards your tummy. See, the point of the leaf is going to wiggle towards your tummy and slide that. And your hand will be able to move that way easier. But it's always different for different people, because lefties have adapted to a right-hand world in their own ways, and everyone kind of does it differently. But anyway, then we're going to do, see, with a small brush, I do all my blending, shading, and highlighting with flat brushes. And so what happens is that you learn very quickly how to do all the shading, because we're putting all the paint on the brush at one time.
That is incredible.
Isn't this fun?
And you did, like, this took you a matter of not even minutes, really. If you would have put all that time together, that took minutes.
Well, I do, when I'm at the shows and I'm standing doing a demo on these papers, I will do, every 5 minutes, I can do a double rose with rose buds and a spray, handing out about 300 sheets in about 2.5 days. So, I mean, that's a lot of painting.
That is definitely a lot of
painting. Because it happens so quick and easy.
But you don't have to start putting on one color, then another color. You're blending all your colors together, and you're not wasting the paint. It's
lots
so
of
true.
paint.
One-stroke painting.
Now, traditional painting, I don't know if I said that during the show, but what I want you to think about is, with traditional painting or fine art work, I want you to watch this wildflower as I'm building it over here. Can we see that over there? What happens is that
Can we move the camera just a little bit over here?
Very few people ever get really
just over
good.
Here.
Right here.
There we go, yeah.
Very few people ever get really good enough to where they're considered more like an expert, and they paint quality stuff that you could sell. But with my technique, the masses can do my technique, and they do it. I mean, it's been proven. I just got an award in the States for hundreds of thousands of people in 1 year buying a kit from me to teach them how to paint at home. And it happens. It happens. What I think is amazing is that I'm going, my work's gone to Japan now. I'm personally in Germany, where they don't speak my language, and I'm teaching them how to paint. And you know what? I don't speak their language, but they can visually see my strokes and say, I can do this.
This is beautiful.
Now, what I think you're going to love about this, with that plastic guide, with the plastic sheet, you can even sit at home. I've got people that have had accidents and they're at home bedridden, and they've got a little TV table, and they sit there just on the plastic and practice their strokes until they feel comfortable. And I tell moms, when they're sitting on the phone doing phone calls, to even use just water on a brush and practice on top of my strokes to get that movement. Because if you get that movement, look how fast you can paint and make something that looks really good. And let's look real quick, if we can, over at some of these little kids' projects over here.
Oh, beautiful.
Can we see this? Besides this, look at this. Remember when the grandmas used to have, like, the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday little
tea towels?
Tea towels. Look at this. And so we thought, wouldn't this be fun? What I used to do all the time in my little gift shop is I would lay one of these tea towels that I would buy ready-made at the store, and I would lay it in a clay pot and paint whatever was in the tea towel around my pot, fill it with, you know, spices and seeds and stuff, and sell it as a little basket. Well, what was wonderful is that we would just fill these clay pots with this, and you can heat up the clay pot in the oven, lay this in there, put your breadsticks in it, and sit it on the table, and it keeps them warm.
What a great idea.
Just think, look at that design. It is very difficult to get that kind of a design painted as quick as I paint it, with most techniques, painting with all that fine detail, see how much detail is
I
in
know,
there?
I was trying to get a look at that.
If y'all can get really close on that, you can see there's like amazing detail for that to happen so quickly. This is very quick and easy painting. If we stay right there, let me flip this one. Look at all that little teeny detail, which is not easy to do on fabric, but with my technique, it happens so quickly. Now, instead of taking hours to do this fine apple and daisy that you might see in a traditional painting magazine, this painting happens so quickly that, like in 10 minutes I painted this. But even if it took you a couple hours, would you be like really impressed with yourself?
I would be very
Yeah.
impressed with myself,
So
definitely.
let's put this down and let's go to the pillowcases.
Okay.
Now, isn't that an elegant gift? Look at this. And it can be washed. You can make
Look
you
at
can make
that.
his and hers. What a nice wedding gift. Wouldn't that be nice?
Oh, that is so dainty. Look at the beautiful roses in there.
Now, I took the scruffy, which we're going to show you in a minute, the big scruffy brush, and I sponged or scruffied the back of this, and then it kind of gave a wet surface for you to get started on, and then I started laying all my flowers right on top of it. And then you can personalize it with their names. But pillowcases, like Carol Smith said, this is like the clay pot. Clay pots are very cheap and expensive to buy. Pillowcases, great way. You can make his and hers. And I have people that do little kids' designs, and they just sell pillowcases with kids' names on them as a whole business that they do at the art shows. We showed them all the cute little teddy bears. But
That
look
is
at this.
so cute.
Is this not the cutest little burping bib? Look at that. You put it over your shoulder, Grandma, and you're up there burping that baby, and
Look
you're
at
showing
that.
off your painting while you're doing it. Isn't that fun? And these are just diapers. I went looking for those diapers that were seamed. They don't have those anymore, apparently. So they're just these big full diapers. Too many of us are using Pampers. But anyway, there we are, little burping bibs. We have both kinds here. But this is what I thought was the cutest. Now, is that not like precious?
Oh.
And you can even paint like a candle, put it in a basket, paint a candle with all these little rosebuds on it to go in the baby nursery and give this as a little gift. Is that too cute? Now, onesies, you get 2 in a pack for $5. I mean,
I know, but if you were to buy ones that had the designs on them,
I know.
they're obviously more expensive.
Isn't that fun?
Wait a minute, this is so sweet. I have to show this. This is so cute.
Isn't that cute?
I gotta put this down.
And I was looking for those little
Look at
training
this.
pants without ruffles even. Isn't that
Look
cute?
at this.
And
That
wash
is
it, dry
so
it, bleach
sweet.
it. Do you hear me? You can soak it in bleach.
Bleach it.
If it's white. And you can soak it in bleach, get all the stains out of it, wash it, dry it,
Oh.
and it turns out perfect. And when we have I have slumber parties with all my little girls. My daughters used to have all their friends over. I get men's T-shirts that you get like 3 or so in a pack. And everybody would sit and paint their own little T-shirt, night shirt for the night at their little birthday parties and have so much fun.
What
Well,
a
look at
fun
this.
idea.
This is black. Now, isn't it amazing that this painting, just like that, can happen on black? And it does, too. And the same thing with the suitcase that I did. You get all this vivid. If we can go really close here, you can see all this detail and this flowers, and you can see that right on top of the black. And it's just like with my technique. Like I said, we're using lots of paint, and it holds up really well. Little teeny strokes. And see the curlicues. Look at those. Those little curlicues even show up on the fabric. And that's using a little bit of water, and that's right on black. And then over here, if we can show this real quick, this is really heavy textured. And
That's
just
the shower
like
curtain,
you were
or the
saying, you
curtain.
can do this on lawn furniture. You know some of that lawn furniture that has this texture? You can take and paint right on it. And you get that dry brush effect a little bit, but I like that look. And then I did the same thing right down here. Just imagine, there's those little wildflowers
look at
that we can
that.
take and put right onto the wall.
That
And
is
then the
fabulous.
last thing over here, we have the curtain. And the curtain, I took a toothbrush and splattered it when I was through. And that kind of covers any kind of little stains or spots that you might have. And right here, this just freshens up an old Battenberg curtain, like a kitchen curtain. Now look, isn't that amazing? That you can get that look, sprucing up your kitchen, matching your wallpaper, lots of fun stuff, and our suitcase. Is that too fun? Now this is really, this is like the first project you can do, because these are all these little strokes I was just showing you. You see all those little teeny strokes? Little
Yeah.
teeny little daisies. I took the scruffy brush, I pounced the back with green and white, and then I laid all those little teeny daisies on there.
And everything is in the book that
Everything.
comes with the showstopper to explain everything in detail and very easy terms.
That's right.
Terminology.
Start, push, wiggle, chisel, slide.
Sounds like start, push, wiggle, chisel.
We've got some line dances out there already and
But I
music
mean, it's
to go.
so easy. I mean, it's
It is.
not you have to do the, you know, the long words. And you're going, well, what does that mean? This is more simple. You know, if you've never painted before, I think it was Marilyn that was saying to us, the amount of things that she's done in her home
that
and other
amazing?
people's homes are amazing. And she just bought her kit in 1999. So I mean, that's
What I was really
incredible.
thrilled about is I just got a letter from a Canadian gentleman who said that he always took his wood pieces and sold them at the shows, and they were always lacking something in his heart. He felt like they needed more. That many people around him would have wood pieces too, and they just weren't quite special. But now he's painting. He bought one of our kids, and he's painting, just embellishing his wood pieces, and he feels like he's finally got that niche where he's special and he's different. And he said, just, I mean, really, I would have all these kids and go to the show, and my birthday was always on the biggest weekend, the weekend of the biggest show in Orlando. And what I would do is tell my husband, all I wanted for my birthday is actually to go to the show, watch people purchase my things to see their faces, you know, because that was like, that's what I wanted to see, just that uplifting feeling of, they like my stuff, they bought it.
And it must be. I mean, I know every time that you're here, things go so
Isn't that
quickly. And you're
fun?
getting always lots of phone callers, lots of emails. And those are great testimonials from people who have never painted before, because
Yeah.
that's how you started.
That's right. That's right. I taught myself how to paint. And you know why I did it, why I taught myself how to paint, and why I looked at books and tried to figure it out, is I didn't have the money or the time. Like, if you go and take a class, usually there's like all these weeks and $90 worth of supplies. I mean, when you're raising all those little children, you don't have the money to do that. But I was also always nursing a baby. So I'd have 3 hours to go take a class, and I couldn't leave the baby that long. So
gee.
it was out of necessity. God knows what he's doing, right?
Yeah. Now we're going to talk about the one-stroke large brush kit, item number 312662. We will come back to the showstopper before the end of the hour for $19.99. This is the one-stroke large paintbrush kit, and it is a Shopping Channel exclusive.
Yes, what I want to show you is that it's hard to get these brushes in, too, because every time they come in, you guys buy them so fast, and you want to make sure that you have them, especially if you've ever bought any of my wall kits. And if you do a lot of burnishing or base coating, you're going to love this big brush because it's synthetic nylon. It gives you a very beautiful finish if you're brushing on varnishes or water-based acrylics or whatever where you want a nice finish. But it base coats wonderfully, too. It's 1.5 inches wide. But this is what I want you to see. This brush right here is the largest brush. Now, it looks miniature there, but this is actually the biggest 3/4 inch brush that I have in all my major kits.
Oh, okay.
And see, this size leaf is really nice when I'm painting on a table or most of my pieces. But look, all the way over here is the brush size that you need if you're doing up in proportion to what you're painting. If you're up high on the wall, you need a larger leaf. And you need to do it in one stroke. So if you were trying to take this brush, let me pull it over here, and I was trying to stroke around here, look how hard it would be.
Oh, no, that'd be difficult.
There's no way. I would have to go this big thing like this, which y'all are laughing because many of y'all do that. But you don't want to do that. You want to push it down, and you just want to stay here and wiggle like that. And if you wiggle like that, you can never get that leaf that big.
That's right.
So not only did I design it so it could stroke my one-stroke stroke, but it's a very quality brush. But let me tell you, Lynn, what was so awesome is when I went out to buy brushes to match them up and compare them in the market in the U.S., to buy this brush or this large scruffy brush right here, either one of these brushes were
imagine.
20 to 30 U.S. dollars if I could find them in any of the marketplace. Can we look at this?
Yeah, we're
These two right here. This one or this one was $20 to $30 each U.S. dollars in the marketplace.
Oh, that's
All
incredible.
right, so what you're going to get is you're going to get both this one and this one for $19.99 Canadian. So, I mean, it's a fabulous deal. What this one is, this one's all natural hair. And just that brush alone's worth the $19.99,
Oh,
even if
definitely.
you didn't get the other brush. Now, what this does, basically, in the scruffy brushes, this is the small one you get in their showstopper. This is one that occasionally I have in some of my kits, and look how much bigger this one is. Now, what this one does is, if I'm faux on the wall, or if I'm pouncing like moss, Or like on that suitcase, when I pounced underneath that design, I pounced it so much quicker with this brush. And so all it is going to cover more space faster. And what's going to happen also with this brush is if you want to faux, like take a sponge and pounce a faux finish on like a jewelry box or something,
Okay.
and you get it all over your hands and stuff. Well, I don't like to be that messy, so I can take this brush and cover a whole area really quick with this, and you don't get all the paint all over you.
That's
So
perfect.
remember, with everything I do, I multi-load the brush. I put at least 2 colors or more. So that's what you do with the Scruffy. And the Scruffy is the beginner's favorite brush because it covers a multitude of sins.
Well, if you're going to multi-load, people out there, our viewers, should multi-pack, actually.
Yeah.
When you get the Showstopper, you definitely want to get the one-stroke large paintbrush kit, item 312662 for $19.99. Now, like you were saying, Donna, one of these brushes is well worth over $20.
Oh, yeah, it's just one, and you
Just
get both.
one. So you are getting both. You are getting this one, and maybe
And
we
this
could
one.
just take them off just to show everybody. We'll get a very quick close-up if we could, because we're going to look at that. That's called the Scruffy brush, this one over here.
And look how full, look how nice how full that is. Everybody tells me it's a great makeup brush, too.
For blusher? Well, you can be creative. We always say to be creative.
It's all natural hair. Is it kind of, I mean, we had a makeup brush company making our brushes for a while.
Oh,
Really.
you're kidding. That's
So-
amazing. So these are the 2 large brush paint brushes that you are going to get for $19.99. And again, that's an incredible value because if you go out there and you look at the cost of brushes,
Right.
so you're getting 2 for less
So
than $20.
any of you who bought my mural kit and felt like you got
Look at
cheated
that.
because you didn't get one, this is when you have to get them, okay? Very good value. You're going to love what you can do with that Scruffy. And the large
Oh,
brush,
definitely.
remember, base coating, varnishing, and people in all sorts of techniques, watercoloring and other fauxing techniques and oil painters, everybody in schools, teachers are telling me that they're using my brushes because the quality is incredible.
Again, that was item 312662, which was the one-stroke large brush kit. You are getting 2 large brushes for $19.99. Now we're back on to our showstopper. Today's showstopper, $44.94, 2 easy pays of $22.47. Item number 314143. We're talking about the one-stroke, actually it's Donna Dewberry's one-stroke fabric painting kit with the bonus iron-ons. This is incredible, and the price that you're bringing, we're going to bring up a value page as we go on here for the rest of the hour, but you're saving $51.82 because the total value of this showstopper is $96.76. If you were to go out and buy everything separately, you'd be spending a fortune.
And what happens, and this is the honest truth, I love our retailers out there, and they're trying to keep the stuff in stock, but number one, we bring to you on the shopping channel the books before they hit anywhere else. Carol Smith and I work really hard to make sure that you previewed something on the shopping channel that will not get to your stores for a very long time, if they ever do. So the fabric painting books, brand new, hot off the press, right to you guys first. Second of all, if you went out and tried to find the colors I tell you to use, many times you go to 2 or 3 stores before you find them. And then the iron-on transfers are nowhere. They were custom made just for this kit. So it's just a fun little plus. So just a little gift to you guys for following me on One Stroke and trying to learn how to paint. And so that gives you something to aspire to. And I bet you'll come up with something even more creative than my painting when you get going. And I think what's wonderful is that when people learn how to do my technique, it doesn't look like Donna Dewberry, Donna Dewberry, Donna Dewberry. What I love is that it looks like your design, not mine, but it looks like you used One Stroke, that technique, but you created, like she was saying, she put it behind her doors, she did the column.
Everything, a headboard,
you know?
I mean, you name it.
And see, I didn't do that. That was her creative idea. Now that's bringing the artistic ability out of us. And when I had this little 8-year-old said to her mom, you know what, I taught her little 14-year-old in a 1-hour class how to do rosebuds. She took my books and she painted all over. She was bidding jobs against me, I swear, and I didn't know it. It was so cute. And I went and looked at her jobs, and her brother said, Mom, Donna opened Jenny's mind and just taught her that little bit, and it opened up her artistic ability. And you know what? You're going to do that by opening it up and just spending some time to teach yourself a new skill, something that you enjoy, a hobby. And you know what? You can support your hobby because people will buy it from
And
you.
there's no age limit to this group. You know, you can never be too young or too old.
Or
And
people that are handicapped, too. I was telling you, I have so many
definitely,
people that
definitely.
don't have fine motor skills anymore, or they didn't have them and they've had problems of doing most things. You don't have to have those fine motor skills to do one stroke. And you can be painting amazing things.
And if you can't be very, very active, this is definitely something that will keep you busy, that you will be able to use your imagination, create your own designs, and feel fulfilled,
That's right.
too, at the same time, because it's a stress relief.
Well, what I like to show them, too, is if,
Oh, look at that.
if you make a mistake, if there's something that you don't like, if we could get close in here, I'll show them really
Can we
quick.
get we're going to get a close-up of this in a
If there's
second.
something, if there's a mistake that you make and you don't like it, you just you load your brush again and you repaint over it. And I feel like I say that over and over in my classes, but it's true. Now look right up here. I'm going to do a butterfly. Are we right up here? Yeah,
Yes.
look. We push, lift, look, push, lift, and then we chisel, chisel. Now watch what happens when we do this body.
Oh,
We're going to lay the brush down and then we just lift it up. And then we touch, lift, and we have a butterfly. Is that fun?
Oh, look at that. Now, we have we have approximately 20 seconds left. Item 314143. I don't think we're going to have time to go on to the value page, but I do want to tell you that the value of the showstopper today is $96.76. You are saving you are saving $51.82. I don't think I'm going to have time to read everything that you are getting in there, but you can have a quick look.
But if you just bought the brushes and the paint alone,
Oh, I mean, definitely.
brushes and the paint alone would be equaling almost what the whole kit costs.
For sure, because you're saving $51.82. $44.94 is the showstopper price today. And as we say, when quantities run out, that's it.
That's it.
Now, this is item 311622, which was Donna Dewberry's one-stroke refill kit with the brush basin. This is a shopping channel exclusive, $22.99. I would say multi-pack on the items that you have here today.
And think about your friends, too.
Oh, definitely.
Like I
The
said,
prices
those are
so
great gifts for
incredible.
people who are painters.
Now, if you're looking at the one-stroke large paintbrush kit, this is a shopping channel exclusive, $19.99, item 312662. You're definitely getting your money's worth here. And then our amazing, actually your amazing showstopper, because it is fantastic, item 314143, $44.94, and we have it on Easy Pay, 2 Easy Pays of $22.47. Get involved with your kids, be creative, let your imagination roll, and it's so easy. I mean, I just did a little flower. I've never ever done this before.
Wasn't it?
It was fun. I was a little nervous because, you know, don't want to mess
I
up.
didn't give her any practicing time.
But if you practice, you know, practice makes perfect. That's all
That's
it can
right.
be.
That's right.
Let your imagination just go
And she
with
got
you.
better after 6 strokes, so can you imagine if...
This is his contemporary, the 600